Hello, everyone. It's Amanda Manethrin, and I just got finished watching one of the most pathetic scenes that I have seen from Amazon's The Wheel of Prime, which is really stating something, isn't it? Because season one was chock full of copium and patheticness and agenda, and this one is rather disgusting. We are given the scene of the Dark Friends social. Yeah, isn't that great, folks? Unfortunately, we actually were not giving the Dark Friends social at all. There are so many things wrong with this scene. And this is tacked on to the end of episode 8 of season 1, which ended with this little girl being destroyed by a tidal wave on a beach that the Sanshan were landing at, even though it's got like the cliffs of Dover type action going on. So it's makes an obvious great landing point. Um, so if you thought that ending scene was bad, they just tacked on another scene to end the first season that is also really, really bad. And it's so bad for so many reasons. I mean, you have Trollocs standing guard at a secret meeting. Trollocs, really? The forgetful Trollocs that would not, as we know from the books anyway, Trollocs would forget their task rather quickly and go on to do something else if they weren't kept on task. So this is how you're gonna defend your secret meeting. That's awesome. Um, yeah, you got this little girl. She gets scared from the Trollocs. She runs inside, crawls immediately under the table. You know, no one pays this girl any mind whatsoever as she crawls under this table at all because the Dark One is talking. And yes, he's using a line from the book, and you know that the argument to sit there and say, see, he's using stuff from the book. So if you criticize this, you're really criticizing the book or you're criticizing the writing, even though you're wanting them to use stuff from the book. But the problem is yeah, they can use those lines, but it's the context in which it's used in. And those lines are put there just for that purpose because the context of the entire scene has nothing to do with the quote itself, which is a damn shame. So this girl's underneath the table. She sees a chick with a black Aja ring messing around with it, and which is laughable in itself. Now, and I will say it could be lighting because the lighting for the show has always been pathetic. And so it might have been a colored ring. Who knows? I'll give it the benefit of the doubt because the scene itself is so bad that I'll throw a dog a bone here. Again, quoting the book, it's out of context. It's a useless quote. It means nothing. It is a member berry, and member berries should be just tossed out with the trash. And then you've got this Dark One saying, "Excuse me, we're trying to have a meeting here," as he looks under the table, and then says, "A quite important meeting, actually." Now, as a viewer, it's like, okay, so you kick the girl out and feed her to the Trollocs to get her out of your hair, or you do what they just did with the scene. And that's exactly what they did. They made the wrong choice. Because as a viewer, what we should have seen was the meeting. Because the meeting actually reveals quite a lot and actually shows us something in the books. This didn't. We see Podden Fane. Never mind, he shouldn't be there. But you see Podden Fane looking all creepy. Um, you You get the Dark One picking up the girl and taking her outside. And if there's anything of value in this whole scene, it would be here where he is talking to her by saying, "Well, how do we know what's really evil?" You know, and in the context of the Dark One, yeah, that could be a really effective line to the viewer because the idea behind the Dark One is that he questions truth. That's why he's called the father of lies. So he's going to upset everything that is good. And by doing so, you instill confusion and chaos. And so the potential of using that can be effective. But then they go and pet the Trolloc like they're at a petting zoo. And it got really weird and really ridiculous. Um, the Trolloc would have eaten the kid's arm as she reached out for it. Um, there's just a lot of moral allegory that they are the ones, the producers of this show, they are the ones that put this allegory into there. See, it's not really evil. You can touch, you can partake of this. This is seriously, I mean, it's like, you know, Eve with the fruit of the tree type of shit, deceiving the ones that can be deceived, that prevents them from seeing the truth. And there's a whole lot of evil in there, and it's a whole lot of allegory in there that we can see this extending in different avenues of society, that because the imagery is used with a child, boy, that's evil stuff. So this scene is just extremely bad. Never mind that they're trying to use this as some dark friend social daddy daycare type stuff. I mean, why? I, I love what the the guys last night, this morning said with Prophet of the Dragon, Salty Traveling Sea, the Report of Life Form, and Alex Green of the White Cloaks, and who thought it was a good idea to uh, bring your daughter to work day for the Dark Friend Social. It's so stupid, and you can only mock it and make fun of it because it's that bad. The important things from the scene that should have happened are that we should have been keyed into the fact that the Dark One has some secret plans and that he's revealing them individually for each individual so that they have their own jobs that they need to do, which then gets us into a mode of thought of, okay, well, if all of these things are coming possibly at the same time against our heroes, how are our heroes going to be able to prepare themselves for this? It should be something pretty intimidating. And that also would reveal to us, too, not only do they have their own individual things they've got to accomplish, but that the evil is not united. They may have their different things they're supposed to do, but they're doing it because they want clout with the Dark One, not because they want this magnificent plan to come to fulfillment. So I mean, there are so many things that should be revealed out of this scene that the show fails to do because it only wants to throw a member berry of, hey, here's some people sitting around a table, and we should recognize that scene for that, and then immediately remove us from the room because we want to have the Dark One with a little girl and try and showcase how evil he is. But the plans should do that sufficiently enough. So, again, it's a pathetic scene. It's a whole lot of bad writing and a whole lot of fail sauce. So, uh, let me know what you guys think. What did you think about the scene? Drop it down in the comments below. It, it's just, it's crappy. and there's no good that comes out of it. But that's kind of what we expect from Amazon. So, yeah, again, let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you later. Chagar Navran, Tai Sharman Etherin.